Hey guys, this is Stu from Stuart Scale Models, and this is my inbox review of Mengs T90A. Now, the reason I'm actually doing this is because the other night I was watching Live at the Bench through ISM, and they were ribbing a fellow modeler, that's Ivan from Northern Scale Modeler, who refutedly said that he didn't want a T90, and because we kept going on and eventually gave in, and even I was ribbing him on the chat. But it's all done in band, you know what it is. So Ivan, as you want one of these so much, I thought I'd do an inbox review for you, bud. But there you go. Anyway, without further ado, let's get on with the inbox review itself. Now, as you know, the T90 is one of the most heavily protected armoured tanks in the world. I'll give you a prime example, was that when one was used out in the Syrian campaign recently, I think it was around about 2015, somebody fired a tow missile at this thing and it just basically blew up, but there was no damage on the tank whatsoever. That's how thick and reactive and protective the armor is on this thing. It's got a very high speed, I think about 8 kilometers an hour or something like that. I've actually seen film of this going, and my god, does this baby shift. And it's got an extremely good suspension, infrared vision sight and night vision, you name it, it's got it. So yeah, it's an awesome tank. But it's obviously going to be, well, I mean, the development on this and the production has now ceased, which was put aside for the new T14 Armata, which was announced last year. But all the same, it has been used out in the Chechen campaign at Dagestan, and the Battle of Dagestan, to great effect, hence the story I've just told you. And as I say, it is an awesome tank. It really is. It's been employed, it was deployed over in India, because the Indian army actually bought these to counteract the Pakistani T80s on the border to great effect. And then obviously the production was again brought back in for the Russian army, and they wanted to put it back to its original configuration but redesignate it the T90A. This is the vehicle I'm talking about. As I say, it is an awesome tank, it really is. So there you go. Right, let's get on with the inbox review itself. As you can see, you've got a typical illustration of a patrol of T90s going through the Chechen desert or border or whichever in this lovely camo scheme. And then you've got your infrared sights either side. Okay, so there you go. And the kit itself actually comes with movable torsion bar and suspension system, and it has link-to-link movable tracks as well, so that's quite impressive. Hence I'm glad I've got this one in my stash. Anyway, as you can see, it's quite a deep box. There's some colour call-outs here. One of the Tank 118 of the 19th Motorised Rifle Brigade, which is based in the Northern Caucasus. You've got one which was seen at the Victory Day Parade in 2012 in overall Russian green. And then on the back other side here, you've got one vehicle, 3-tone camo again, at the Victory Parade in 2010. Okay. If you want to get hold of this kit, the kit number's TS006. So if you want to free frame that, do. If you want to get hold of this beautiful kit. And it's of Mengs Tyrannosaurus series. It does actually look like a Pteranodon, to be honest with you, on the armoured wheels. But there you go. There you go. And then there's a little bit of a history about the tank at the back here. And that's that. So we'll open up the box. I'll just open it up, take the instruction sheet out. It's done in lovely pamphlet form, as you can see here. It's quite impressive. I'm just going to put the kit down a minute. Alright, there we go. Beautiful illustration again, which is taken from the box art. The sprue trees, believe it or not, are actually at the back of the instruction sheet, which you will see here. Okay, and then you've got your colour call-outs, which are done via Vallejo colours. However, if you get the hobby colour app, download that, you can actually reinterpret what colours you need for whichever brand of paint you need. You got your, obviously you got your decal sheet here. That's your etched brass, your main hull, lower hull, and then you've got other sprue trees. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 sprues. So that's going to keep you busy. And then opening it up, you've got a little narration from Alexei Klopotov. I think he was one of the developers of the tank, or as he's better known as Gurkhan on the internet. And it tells you a little about him and what his relation to the T90 is. Okay. And then you've got a guide to the actual vehicle itself, which is a nice touch, and then obviously a little bit about the history of the vehicle inside. Okay, and then first off, I think if I just turn this page, you've also got some in the tools you can actually get hold of to build this kit. And then obviously you've got your colour call outs along here. Alright, now first process assembly with all armour kits is the running gear, which you can see you've got the sprocket and the idler wheel to put together, and then your running wheels. Okay, then you go to your lower glacis plate and hull, add that all together along with some of the suspension, and the next stage is to attach the self entrenching device. So that's got a unique feature of the T90. Okay, so if you want to trench down, it can do. Dig in, and then obviously you've got your torsion arm bars, which you can see there, which actually operate, and then you put the final drive onto the front of the hull along with the frontal armour and glacis plate. Or was that, no, that's attaching the rear plate, so that's probably the final drive for the idler wheel at the back there. Okay, and then adding your spare tracks on there. Then you add the idler wheel and your main wheels and your sprocket onto the lower hull, although I will leave that until the very last. Next stage is the track assembly, which you can see here because they're linked to workable tracks, and then the positioning of them, etc., onto the lower hull. Then you've got the main sort of process steps of the actual engine assembly, and that is quite highly detailed, guys, as you can see here. Then what you do next is cut the sprues through the middle of the upper hull, and then add all the engine detail to the interior along with the firewall. Okay, and then you basically put on the next stage is the upper glacis to the upper hull. Okay, and all the other accessories there that you can see. And then it's the attachment of the upper hull parts, which you can see here. And then you've got your both front fenders assembly. Add your fenders to the frontal part of the upper hull. Then you add your grills, which I think are PE, so that's a nice touch. And then add the lower hull onto the upper hull. Okay, and then you assemble the attaching engine exhaust port, which you can see here. And then the rear hull parts also after that. More hull parts again. And then you're moving on to attaching the engine deck, which goes on the rear along with the holders for the fuel tanks. And then you've got the headlight assembly here. Add all the various sub-assemblies to the headlights, etc. on the front of the vehicle, and then basically the assembly of the side skirts, which you can see here. And then the next process is attaching the side skirts to the vehicle, although I will leave this until the very last because obviously it's going to make painting very difficult. Okay, along with the other hatches, etc., and then adding the attaching cables, etc., rear log, etc., and it shows you how to do it there because obviously the actual cable is string, although I won't be using it. I'm going to be sourcing some copper wire. Then the assembly of the rear fuel tanks, which go onto the back of the vehicle, and then the fuel pipe, and then the assembly of the actual barrel. Now, to be honest with you guys, I'm not going to use the kit barrel because when it comes to sanding, you're going to lose detail on the front of that. So I managed to order a RB Models metal barrel. Okay, then you're going on to the turret assembly, which you can see here. Okay guys, and then attach any turret roof armor plates. Okay, and then the assembly of all the laser probes, as you can see here. Then you've got the commander's hatch, add them to the turret, as it were, along with your vision sight. Okay, you've got the armourers attached there, and obviously adding all the other probes. The mantlet goes on, and then obviously you've got the turret bin as well. And then the assembly of the smoke dischargers, you can see there, and add everything to the turret again, along with the smoke dischargers and the grenade discharger as well. So there's quite a bit that goes onto the turret of this vehicle, and then obviously basically adding what they call the IR Storer lights onto the either side of the actual mantlet. Okay, and then add on the attaching explosive reactive armour, which goes on the front of the turret. Then you've got another stowage bin, which you can see here. That all goes onto the turret as well, so it's quite a comprehensive build on the turret, guys. And then you've got the commander's cupola assembly, which you can see here. Okay, and another part of it, as you can see here. And then you add the anti-aircraft machine gun, which goes to the cupola. Put the cupola ring down, obviously put more reactive armour down, and the aerial cable, or is that the jack? Oh, that might be the jack, I don't know. Gun goes onto the front of the turret, and then obviously your commander's cupola with the anti-aircraft machine gun goes on. Add that to the lower hull, and that is the assembly done. Okay, now you do have a separate colour call out sheet, again in a nice pamphlet form. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 versions you can do. So some are at the victory parades over the years, which of these are, as you can see, with the three-tone camo, which is lovely. I must admit, I'm quite tempted to do that one actually, but we'll see. And then obviously you've got one that's based in the Caucasus. Okay, again, that might be another option I'll do. And then you've obviously got the 2 overall Russian green ones, which were sewn at the Victory Parade of 2011 and 2012, and this was also the Caucasus Division one as well. So there you go. Right, let's have a look at the crux of the main part of this review, which is the kit itself. Right, now not all of these I'm going to get out of the bags, guys, so I don't want to lose parts, but this one I am going to do, which is the turret. It doesn't matter if I lose the spring, that's what's going to be there for your tow cables, but I'm not going to be using that. I'm going to see if I can get some copper tow cable. This is the turret roof, and then as you can see, it's beautifully moulded, exceptional detail on there, and that is going to look lovely when you put all the wash etc on it and weather it. So that is gorgeous, and obviously got a nice part where the weld seams are there as well, so very nicely done. And then you've got some clear sort of, oh, it looks like DS rubber for your cover for your mantlet. Oh, that's beautifully caught there, guys. I don't know if you can see that. There we are. Actually, if I get that into shot, it might focus. There you go. Look at the detail on that, and that's superb. And obviously you've got your vision ports now, which I'm not going to take out, otherwise you're going to get them lost. In fact, I might reseal that with a bit of tape. To me, a masking tape actually. I don't want to lose that. So I might staple it down. I've got a staple. I've got some tape. Oh well, I'll worry about that in a minute. And these are the running wheels and torsion bars. I'll just take one screw out. Get the damn thing out. There you go, guys. Again, beautiful crisp detail. Nice potential for weathering there. And there's your torsion bars, which you can see there. Beautifully produced. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so that's those. Pop that back in the bag if you can. Ugh. Well, that's a tight fit, that one. And this is the barrel I ordered from RB Models, so that will be going on the vehicle itself. It's beautifully produced. As I say, you can get these on eBay, RB Models, and actually, believe it or not, they actually ship from Poland. This came in about 4 or 5 days. That was awesome service. And then we've got another sprue with some of the other parts. I'm not going to take this out of the bag, guys, I'm afraid, so you have to bear. Oh, actually, no, hang on, this is loose. I'll take this one out. I don't know how these bags are split. Maybe I got this from the previous owner, I don't know, I can't remember now. There you go. There's no gorgeous detail. There you are, it's your idler wheel, etc. Some of the, as you can see there, beautiful detail, and the reactive armour as well, nicely caught. As you can see there, if I can get it into shot. There you go. Okay, so that's that. Pop that back in the bag. Now, what's this? Oh, that's your sight. Again, that's your laser sights there, which you can see. Nice crisp detail. Lovely detail, guys. I'm not quite sure what these parts. It's partly part of the reactive armour again. And I love the real detail on that. I don't know if anybody can see that. There you go. And in this bag here is all your link-to-link tracks. And yeah, that's going to keep me pretty busy, guys, I can tell you. Okay, next sprue coming up. Actually, I might get this one out of the bag. I don't know if you bear with me. Open that one up. Right, there's your barrel. Again, there's some nice detail on that, but that's going to be lost when you actually try and put that together and sand the seam out. So hence why I got the metal barrel in. Then you got your rear grille there, which is nicely caught, as you can see there. And there's some nice anti-slip texture surface on the actual crew hatch, which you can see there. If I can get it in the light, you can see that. That's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Rear engine deck, as you can see there, nicely caught. It's got an anti-slip surface again on there, as you can see, beautifully caught. Well made. Right, put it back in the bag. I'll probably end up opening all the bags now, you watch. And here we go. That's part of the turret assembly. Again, you've got, this is your, oh, what was it? I was going through the instructions just now, where it digs down into the dirt. Then you've got your driver's hatch there. Beautifully caught, as you can see here. Crew hatches are nicely done as well, even the toolboxes. And that's your front mount there in 2 halves. Good thing you've got the cover to go over that, because that will hide that seam. So there you go. Some of the reactive armour, which you can see here. Let me get that into shot. There you go. Very nicely done, I have to say. And oh yeah, I'm getting this one out of the bag, so we can have a look at this guys, definitely. There we go. This is the upper hull. Let's have a look. There's a tiny little bit of flash there, but I think there may have been some lugs in there. But other than that, it's quite nice and clean. Again, lovely anti-slip surface texture on there as well. And I love the way they've caught the grills on the back here, but that's going to look awesome with the etch brass on the top. It just adds so much detail. So yeah, that's very nicely done. Yeah, quite impressed with that. And then obviously your plastic couplets for your running gear. Okay, and this is the lower hull. Nice detail on the escape hatch here as well. beautifully done. Yes, very well moulded. I love the way they've caught the bolts as well, where the final drive is going to go. So yeah, very nicely done, guys. Beautiful. Right. Actually, polycaps, yeah, sorry, I was thinking polycaps really, you have wheels, so yeah. Most essential, you've got running gear going. And then you've got the exhaust system on the back here, which you can see here with the engine hatch. Again, very nicely caught, you can see. Okay. This is the engine itself. Actually, I'll get that out of there, you can have a closer look. There we go, guys. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Absolutely gorgeous. This is all the engine. Okay. Beautifully caught. And there is a good potential for weathering on this in case you want the engine bay left open. So yeah, very, very nice, I have to say. Very nicely done indeed. Absolutely. Especially this part, the front part, the actual engine shaft, which you can see there where I've got my finger behind. Very nicely done. So that's gorgeous. Okay, put that back in the bag, and let's put the polycaps over there. Yeah, I'm going to get this one out of the bag as well. I think this needs to be seen. There we go. That's your side skirts, as you can see here. Nice detail on there. Beautifully produced. That's beautifully done. And then obviously got some more glacis painting there. Nicely caught, and even on the frontal fenders you've got nice texture on there. Beautifully caught. Actually, come on, get into shot. What I hate is when this damn camera doesn't play ball. Look at the detail on those fenders. That is gorgeous. And obviously you've got your fuel tanks again. As you can see here where I've got my fingers behind. Yeah, that seems going to be a bit of a bugger to try and get rid of, I must admit. But we will see. I might source and see if we can get some resin full tanks for this, but I will see. I might end up using the kit parts on this. Right, let's put that one back in its bag, and then we've got the final sprue. Again, part of the reactive armour, your sprockets, rear plate, which you can see there, very nicely done. Oh no, actually these are the fenders. Sorry, I got that wrong. I don't know what they were with the rear fenders, so my apologies. And more of the kit there with the cupola, etc., and the machine gun mount. And there's your sprockets. If I can get that to go into shot. I don't know if you can see that through the bag, guys. Oh well. Anyway, very nicely done. It is a gorgeous kit. Now, you got your optics here for your sights. And I'm not taking them out of the bag because I don't want to lose those, but they are beautifully clear, as you can see there. I hope that's nicely caught. And then you got your H brass grills here, beautiful level of detail there, so that would really accentuate the kit, so that's very nicely done. And I'm not quite sure what that is, whether it's a nameplate or whatever, to go on the side. We will see. Don't know. There you are. And then obviously you've got more etched brass for some of the detail on the kit, as you can see there, beautifully caught. Now the decals, I'm not quite sure what they're like, so I'm going to quickly open them up because they've got a resealable bag on the looks of it. Take the paper off. Oh, they're not quite nice actually, guys. Have a look at those. I should imagine they bed down beautifully. They're actually made by Mengs. Oh, they are actually made by Cartograph, so you will not have any problems with those guys. Even the regiment badge looks very good. It's beautifully produced. So yeah, good on Cartograph. Do you know, I really wish they would supply the Tamiya kits as well, to be honest with you. You can't go wrong with Cartograph, you really can't. They bed down absolutely beautifully. I know that from past experience when I've done a few of the retooled Airfix kits, you know, so hats off to them for getting Cartograph to do their decals for them. So, I hope you enjoyed that inbox review, guys, and yourself, Ivan. If that hasn't convinced you, I don't know what will. It is a beautiful, beautiful kit. The level of detail on it is exceptional. Oh yeah, I'm very happy with it. I mean, this is the first time I've actually really had a look at this kit. But I should imagine it's going to build into a beautiful looking representation of the T90A. To be honest with you, Andreas, I'm not surprised it went so well. There's so much in this kit as well, believe it or not. It's taken me time just to put this all back the way I found it. But yep, I am very happy with this kit. I am looking forward to building it when I get around to it. When that'll be, I don't know. I can't say. But yeah, it's a worthy addition to my stash, I have to say. And if anybody out there wants to get one, do. This is the best one, I would say, yet, of the T90. Anyway, that's the end of this inbox review. So until the next time, get kit crazy, happy modelling, and I'll speak to you soon.